The idea for the Climate Education Action Summit started from two key realizations. The first one was the great interest of many network partners to engage in climate education work at the organizational level, mixed with a lack of internal capacity. So network partners were asking us, how can we build the capacity? How can we build up experience and expertise around climate education? The second realization was that we had so many climate education leaders across the network, fellows, alumni, who were leading really impactful climate education initiatives.
The participants of the Climate Education Action Summit have all led amazing climate education work in their context. Some of them have been part of the Climate Education Champions Learning Series.
So the key prompt for us was, how do we merge the great interest of network partners in this topic with the energy, passion, experiences and expertise of climate education leaders? And this is how the idea of the Climate Education Action Summit came about. We have designed this event around three key objectives. The first one is connection. We want participants to feel connected to a community who shares their interests and passion, and to stay connected afterwards, providing peer support in growing the climate education work.
Teaching can feel a bit lonely when you feel like you're the only one trying to go in this direction. Just seeing that you're not alone, that you have all these amazing people around that are fighting for the same things. And yeah, it makes it's a relief actually, and an inspiration as well.
The second is learning. We want participants to feel challenged and inspired by diverse perspectives and examples of what is possible for climate change education.
I have this passion for climate, and I'm also involved in climate organization and politics. And on policy level, I want us to be more conscious and to be more active about climate change. And I'm trying to find ways to connect those. And I think by being here, I'm starting to get some answers.
Participants in this week gain a climate education lens to apply to their work and contexts, and they are exposed to a set of strategies and tactics to pursue objectives informed by this climate change education lens.
To see other people and other organizations struggles and how they overcome the struggles, or how they approach different aspects to climate change and nature education. It's really inspiring, and I have so many new ideas that I want to try in our projects.
The third element is action. Participants engage in tangible progress on putting their skills to work in small think tank groups, and they define and develop a climate change education resource for one network partner. So when we thought of these three objectives of connection, learning, and action, we structured the learning space in an intentional way. We wanted the feel of this event to be like the kind of things we want to see across classrooms, across organizations. So what you see here is an outdoor space where we spend a lot of time today learning in a little forest. We were creating spaces outdoors in other ways where we put away the laptops, put away the phones, and really engaged in that reflective space of connecting to the natural environment, connecting to each other, learning about how we can all be more mindful and apply a climate education lens to all our contexts and surroundings, and from that charted out the joint action for advancing climate education.
I am so inspired by this community. Everyone has come together to create a safe space where you can be vulnerable, you can talk about the challenges, you can ask the critical questions, and no one is afraid to speak their mind, and everyone is open to learn. I love the collaborations that have come up, and I can't wait to see the climate education work that comes from this.
For this first edition of the Climate Education Action Summit, we pilot this in Europe. We're currently in Rome, Italy, where we are engaging network partners from across Europe in this process of co-creating with climate education leaders from across Europe a meaningful next step for their organizations to deeply integrate climate education into their work.
Sono qui insieme ad altre organizzazioni partner di Teach for All per sviluppare un approccio olistico riguardo al cambiamento climatico e all'educazione al cambiamento climatico.
And from now on, we will hold an annual Climate Education Action Summit, each time in a different region of the Teach for All global network.
When I think about the Climate Education Summit, I think about connection and I think about friendships that we made and we found coming here, connections, personal level, work level, continue to create a global network and a European network that will help us all bring climate education to our classes.